Yo, it's your boy Oasis. You know, we're back at it again. We're at the new home of the Lyric Lounge, Port Royal in Century City. So come check them out. Best weed in Cape Town right now. So this is where we're going to be at. Here's where we're going to be interviewing artists and we're going to give them opportunity to perform as well. So check them out.
Sitting quiet as soon as I walked in. Everybody turned, looked at me. They could see that I'm not really from around here. I took a deep breath, a few steps. I'm at the bar. I'm like, barkeep, could you give me a glass of water? He just looked at me like my presence a mystery. I could feel the eyes all around me, just trying to see who the fuck is he. Took a sip of the water, man, this tastes funny. Asked what could it be? Legendary, speech learned. Realized that I wasn't prepared. Eyes heavy so I couldn't see clear, and my knees weak so I took a seat there. I wonder why everybody be looking at me weird. They ain't realize that they the ones that should be scared. They walked up to me, I took out my piece, I let up a couple shots. Now everybody deceased. I'm like a fish out of water. Front line, the battle is fight time, but something ain't right. Feels like I got no armor. Kinda like when your ass in court and you in front of the judge and he ain't got no honor. Die for my beliefs, marching in the streets. They trying to turn me into a martyr. Ooh, oh, I'm like a fish out of water. Never judgeable by the cover, you might die. Split second feels like forever, the time flying. Bullets zipping through the air, the flight time reduced to bite size. Bite the bullet like taking one for the team. Follow the crowd and I got one in the spleen. Gave him the stank eye that stank on me. Cause life is like a drug and I just OD'd. Just be yourself. Life is like a game, play the cards you're dealt. Don't walk away if somebody needs your help. Cause if the tables are turned, then karma on your ass. Then the lessons you learn won't be from class. I walked up to that nigga as soon as he sat down. He took out his weapon and lit him for a couple rounds. I got hit, then I started falling the ground. Damn, I was just trying to help. I'm like a fish out of water. Front line, the battle is fight time, but something ain't right. Feels like I got no armor. Kinda like when your ass in court and you in front of the judge and he ain't got no honor. Die for my beliefs, marching in the streets. They trying to turn me into a martyr. Ooh, oh, I'm like a fish out of water.
Yo guys, welcome to Port Royal. As you know, we are one of the best dispensaries in the Western Cape. We are based in Century City. You can take a look. So this is our front shop, this is the reception. So this is basically where you get your greenhouse and your outdoor. We've got our sodas over here, 30 milligram sodas. We've got your brownies, your famous brownies. And then we got your Belgian chocolates over here. So we got two types of chocolates. We got your mint chocolate and then we got your dark chocolate. We've got your gummies, it's 150 rand for 5. So we've also got your medicinal products over there. Like not all dispensaries, we dive deep into the medicinal section. Guys, to be a member, like I said, you need to be over 21 years old. To get access to our premium lounge, you need to sign up as a member. So we go through double doors. This is where the social club starts. This is where you get your premium indoor as well as your greenhouse, your pre-rolls, and you can do your pure dab concentrates over here. So we've got some music, we have themes also, we have nice live events. What we're trying to do, we're trying to create a platform for all our local rappers or just our local artists. Artists being, it can be paint artists, it can be comedians, it can be rappers, singers, any local artists. We are trying to give them a platform to showcase their talents.
Yo, what's good? It's your boy Figure. We're back at it again. It's the Lyric Lounge. We just heard the homie perform, FreeFlo. The song's name was Fish Out of Water. So now we're gonna dig into a deep conversation with him, get to know him a little better and see what he's all about. If you like the shit, don't forget to like and subscribe. Get it. We're chilling here with my homie FreeFlo. FreeFlo, what's good, bro? It's nice to meet you. It's nice to meet you. So I'm gonna kick it off with a couple of basic questions, just to get to know you. I know this is our first meeting. I know I've heard about you. I'm not too sure if you've heard about me. We have mutual. Okay, that's good. Yes, sir. Thank you. Okay, so The first question I got for you is, where are you from? I know the viewers know you, but we always got some new viewers, so I just want to know where you from and what inspired the name FreeFlo.
That's your boy FreeFlo already know. Let's go. So I'm from a place called Summer Greens, bro. Like, I've been there most of my life. I wasn't like born there. I was born like on the other side of the world, you know what I'm saying? Athlone, Mitchell's Plain, that side, but we moved out of that side. But I say I'm from Summer Greens because I grew up there, bro. It's literally around the corner from where we're shooting right now. So, yeah, bro, fuck, I'm out here. Oh, yeah. Crazy story, actually. So I was going to the toilet one day. I had to pee. So I peed. No, while I was peeing, I saw the name FreeFlo on a pipe. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. And I said it out loud, no? And I was like, shit, that actually sounds hard. I'm gonna make that, and I literally said, I'm gonna make that my name. And it's been FreeFlo ever since, because it was some crazy shit back in the day, bro, but I'm not gonna let you guys know that one.
That's a dope name, bro. And you know what's funny is you represent the opposite of where it stems from. That's the crazy part. You rep the opposite of where that name came from, bro. So that's a really unique story, and I hope some people out there can also look into, because I know I found it difficult at first to be able to find what name I'm gonna go for. You know what I mean? It is always something you wanna appeal to people, but you also wanna feel confident about your name. On that confidence part, I've been listening to, well, obviously the song that we just heard you perform, and a couple of other things you've been bumping for us. You have a certain confidence, even when you walk, when you talk, and when you dress. I sense it from you. You know, where do you think that confidence came from? Is it something you always had, or is it something that you developed doing this?
Okay, so the confidence thing, I didn't always have confidence the way I have it now. Yeah, I was like a shy kid growing up. Literally, no, you know the story. You're the shy guy, and then like school finishes, and then your confidence just kind of comes to you, and then you blossom into something else. That's basically the story, bro. I was a shy guy, couldn't even talk to girls. Now I have a beautiful girlfriend. You know what I mean? And the confidence just comes from like knowing who I am and accepting who I am. So nothing that anybody tells me can like sway me from that, man. So I just know who I am, and I'm true to who I am, what I represent. And that's where the confidence comes from. Music played a massive part in it, but I started getting like this, like the confidence I had before I started making music. So music played a big part. It definitely increased it, but it's not really that much the music, but it played a part in it for sure.
That's dope. I can relate somewhat to that, because I think I also kind of got my confidence booster after high school. You know, high school's obviously a terror for some people, but yeah, I get where you're coming from. That's a dope one. The other thing that I wanted to ask you was your sense of style. You have a unique sense of style. I mean, it's banging, bro. I just want to find out. You know, like I said, I'm getting to know you. A couple of other people are getting to know you, and we'll talk to those who do know you already from, I believe you were on the very first episode. Well, so yeah, full circle moment for real, bro. And we'll talk about your progress in just a moment, but I actually just want to know, since then, since you know what you've learned, and since the first episode and all of that, what have you learned, what have you gained, and you know what's coming from now?
So first episode, I was still a kid, man. Like, I was still starting this thing. I didn't really know, like, I'd take it to where I've taken it. I'm not exactly where I want to be yet, but I'm getting there. That's the important part, you know what I mean? But from that time till now, I feel like I've accomplished a lot of shit, bro. Like, I've met a lot of people, I've worked with a lot of people that are actually like in the industry. You know, I've been in studio with Shani J. You know what I mean? I was out with my homie Chase Williams, which is like a pretty dope artist right now as well, like coming into the scene. Like, he's almost there. Do you know what I mean? So just keep a lookout for him. But yeah, like, I've worked with a lot of people. You know, Marcus Harvey, him and Chase Everson together. I've writers credits. Like, I've learned a lot in that regards as well, knowing that it's not just talent. There's a whole business side to this shit, bro. And if you don't know that, you're never really gonna make it like doing this. You're not gonna make a living until you know the business side of things, you know, and it's quite a bit. So it takes time. So I've learned that. That was like the main thing I've learned. And again, performing and watching other people perform, learning things like how to, you know, keep a crowd going, you know, kill the silence, how to be focused. So it's again also the confidence comes in.
Where do you think, because I asked this question to a couple of our artists, is where do you think that inspiration comes from? And that the last time I asked if it, you know, studio etiquette, what's your take on studio etiquette and what's your take on workflow? Do you think the person that you are and the things that you do equate to that, or can anybody do it, you know? Like your workflow, your studio etiquette, you know, how much you know about music and how you apply yourself. Do you think everybody can do it?
Hey, so to answer your question, bro, I feel like anybody can do it, but they would have to really want to do it, firstly. Like, you can't do something and get good at it if you don't really want to do it. Do you know what I mean? So that's number one. Number two, like studio etiquette for me is I like to, when I'm in studio with like people or they come to my studio, it's like whatever you feel comfortable doing to an extent, I'll kind of adapt and like, you know, make you feel comfortable so that you can give your best in the studio, you know what I mean? Because I know I can bring it. So allow that the other artists to, you know, feel comfortable to be able to come with his best, you know what I mean? But yeah, studio etiquette for me is like, just don't do crazy shit, man. Be focused. You know, you're there to do something. Don't play around. You know what I mean? Be focused, because most times, again, like I said, music's a business, bro. Like, if you work with like serious artists, you'll see they like after a song is made, they'll start talking about their splits and whatever. Talk to my manager, and you know, it becomes a serious thing. But at the end of the day, just don't lose that fun factor. You know what I mean? Always have fun. Remember that, like, you're making the music for you, really. Do you know what I mean? So.
Yo, it's your boy Oasis. We're back at Port Royale, about to smoke that butt of the week. That's that slow motion potion. So if you're out here, come catch it. That's gonna be dope. Let me hit that shit. Ooh wee. That slow motion potion.
Do you know what I mean? So,
Dope. I believe your family and yourself, you guys are all musicians. You guys have been doing it for a long while. That means that there's a collaborative spirit in you. How do you feel? I mean, I'm one to collaborate. I mean, if you had to tell me, bro, let's pull up the mic right now, I mean, me and you would probably make a song. That's how I feel about collaborating. What's your take, coming from an environment where, you know, I wouldn't say you were forced to collaborate, but I mean, if your brother, your sister's singing in the, are you gonna partake? You know what I mean? So, what's your take on being an artist that we are in the industry today, but also being collaborative?
People in Cape Town, I've seen it recently, don't get me wrong. Like, I've seen it, people have been collaborating more, but people in Cape Town, they don't want to collab, bro. Like, they just don't want to. You're upcoming just like me, but now you want to charge me 5,000, 10,000. I'm like, bro, relax. Do you know what I mean? Like, yo, collab, let's build together, do you know what I mean? And actually make good music, because you know it's possible. And then both, like, eat of the fruits of your labor, you know what I mean? Make something dope. But only now, as of late, I've seen people's been like collabing and shit. So, flip. For me, like, I'm a collaborative person, bro. I work better when I'm like with other people in the studio. But these people must want to work. But if you're gonna like play around and, you know, not really take it too serious, then I'm gonna do the same thing. Then I'm not really gonna give my best. So, like, being with people that's like-minded, you know what I mean, have the same type of energy, we can make something dope, bro. Like, really, I'm really all about it, bro. Like, I try to tell people that, like, I'm just a, you know, a sponge, bro. Like, I take a lot in, you know what I mean, and I'm super observant. So when I'm in studio with people that I feel like is dope, I don't like, you know, make myself known, but I learn, man, because I know it's gonna be better for me. And when my opportunity, do you know what I mean? And when the opportunity comes, I put on, bro, because I know I will. If I'm put on the spot, like I like to tell people, I like the attention, bro. Like I'm not one to stray away from attention. I'll eat it up, bro. So, that's me when it comes to studio etiquette, like just being in the studio, collabing, you know.
What else do I have for you? On that collaborative note, we have a question that we ask most of the artists. If we had to give you 100 grand, 100,000 rand, so if we had to give you 100,000 rand right now from myself and that lovely young gentleman over there, and we had to ask you, you can feature 5 artists from South Africa right now. We'll make it happen. Who's your 5 artists gonna be?
But okay, so that's a good question. I would honestly, I don't know where Maglera is right now, like in price range. He's probably out here, but Maglera for sure. I feel like he's just a dope energy. I'm thinking now between, I think Reese, just to like have that like bar for bar mentality in the studio. Do you know what I mean? Shit. Some local people, Conley Nash, bro. He's on a crazy run right now. Would want to be in the studio with him for sure. Brother Cooper, bro. I don't know if you know him, but that nigga, I don't know what it is about the underground sound right now, but it's crazy. And Cooper's like at the front of it. So, how much is that? 4 people? 1 more. Shit. You see, the thing is, no, like right now, because Chase Williams is like my homie, bro. I don't have to pay him, do you know what I mean? Because he'll do it. But if he's a feature, Chase Williams, bro, 1,000%. 1,000. Like, I make my best music when I'm in the studio with him, realistically. So, for sure, Chase Williams.
Okay, if you can share this with me. I know not all artists are keen on sharing it. I'm very open about how I produce, how I make things, my creative process and things like that. Not everybody's the same, but your creative process in the studio, what's it like? If you can share with us maybe some tips, some tricks. I heard this crazy thing once from one artist in an interview. I think it was Party Next Door, where he says for vocal training they asked him what does he do, and he says he gets a cup of boiling water and he just sips it and it just shocks the back of his throat just to open up his vocals. So some people have some crazy techniques. I've heard people, you know, cut the lemon in half and, you know, lemon juice, and there's some instances where people need the aircon on and things like that. So those are techniques and those are things people do before they go into the creative process. I'm not too sure if you've seen Tory Lanez. Tory Lanez has he used to do some lives or some streams on Twitch where he shows his process. Do you know what I mean? Russ has done the same as well. So I want to know, are you keen on that type of thing? Do you enjoy learning other people's creative processes, writing processes, and do you have maybe a specific one of your own?
For me, bro, I just want to be where the hip hop is, you know, where the music is. So I'm open to do pretty much anything in that space, you know what I mean? Going on the street, making a song with the other artists, kind of like our Blackboy Max, sorry, him, something like that. That would be super dope, bro. Like to have something like that, and learn more. Do you know what I mean? Because obviously, there's a lot of things I don't know. Because for me, like, my process is, if the energy is right, we're always gonna make something good. That's just how it is. But my process is we go through like beats, we vibe out. So obviously, me, I'm not drinking anymore, but most times the boys are drinking, you know, we're getting turned, you know what I mean? And then we play some beats, and then whatever one like jumps out at us, we will obviously attack, and then we'll work on melodies. We start with melodies for like the hook, you know what I mean? So we start with the melodies, we just lay whatever. We record and make sounds, bro. We sound like crazy niggas. But we do that, and then we essentially build a song with that. Then afterwards, we listen back to it a couple of times, and if we like it, we'll chop and like comp and build a song, and then put words to it once we've built the song. Do you know what I mean? Then from there, we'll just make sure that it sounds good with the words that we're putting in. And before you know it, bro, you have a song, bro, done. Can do that. Takes like, realistically, if you're really keen to make the song, me and Chase made a song in like, I think it was like 30 minutes. Made a song because the vibe was right. We 30 minutes, boom, mixed, mastered, engineered, everything done. Do you know what I mean? So,
Is it the same with rap?
with like now with a rap, I can write a decent verse. Like I can pen a nice like 16, but I'll need at least like, you know, if like I said, the vibe is right, the beat is like talking to me essentially and it resonates, I can write a solid verse, bro, in that like an hour 30, knowing that my verse is solid, practice it a couple of times, like. And obviously for me, it's nice to have an idea of what you're trying to make before you make it. So you kind of go with the concept, you know what I mean? Because I've done songs where it's like we're talking from the perspective of somebody at an obituary. Do you know what I mean? Something like that. Just like having a perspective and an idea, and then try to make it happen with like your words is kind of crazy. And we've done that as well. So I'm experimental, to be honest with you. So I don't just do one thing. It always changes. But I have like my baseline. That's pretty much it. You know what I mean? It just kind of happens.
I think I'm gonna ask everybody this. Do you think that, it's more along the lines of what we were just talking about, but do you think that everybody who makes music has an ear for music?
No. Like, I don't want to sound like a dickhead, bro, or like, you know, a bad guy. I just want to be the honest one. Some people should just not make music, realistically. Like, the thing is, like, some people have an ear for it, but they can't make it. Do you know what I mean? And then there's people that, like, don't have an ear for it, but then they try to make it. So then you don't know what perspective you're coming from. Some of them are tone deaf, but they don't know. Do you know what I mean? Like sometimes you just can't write. Do you know what I mean? You can't. Maybe you can come with melodies, but you can't write. And like I've heard, bro, I'm talking about crazy songs, and I think it's more along the lines of the yes men, the people that's like around them that hype them up. Those are the niggas that are flooding the industry with like mediocre stuff. I'm not gonna say bad. I'm gonna say mediocre. Do you know what I mean?
Do you think it's teachable? Do you think it's...
Yes, 1000%, bro. 1000% you can teach it. Like, but that person must be willing to learn. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's easy to teach because most of them have like the fundamentals of like making a song if they're able to pen something, record it on their studio equipment, and have it out. You have the fundamentals, but then building a track is something completely different. You know what I mean? And it's teachable because we've done it before. People that aren't artists but have a voice, you make them sound like superstars, bro. Do you know what I mean? So, it's teachable. It's teachable, bro. But some people like should just
do you think some people should learn more? Because I think we can both agree that it is teachable, but it almost like it's teachable to a point where if you are teachable, then it is. No? But do you think if people apply themselves just a little bit more and be open to that, then we'd actually have some really dope artists? Because more yes, but I think the dope artists that would come out from those who, because the thing is, man, from what I've seen as a producer, what I've seen is that the artists that are really good are sometimes not good in work ethic, but those who have the drive for it are actually the ones. Do you know what I mean? So if there was a way to help those understand, or you maybe train those who don't have the ear, then I think we'd have some really dope artists out there. You know what I mean? I just want to go. I think I wanna wrap up with the last two questions or so. Going back to the song that we played at first, it's called Fish Out of Water. Right? That's a very unique name. Some of us may not know what the expression means. You know, fish out of water. Is he dead? You know what I mean? Like, so fish out of water. What does it mean? Where does it come from? And what's if you have a message behind it, or if you're just vibing, tell us more about it.
Bro, I'm glad you asked it. So the expression "fish out of water" is essentially just saying like you in an environment that is unbeknownst to you. Like you're not from there. You don't know like the culture. You don't know essentially like how things run there. But you there. Do you know what I mean? And obviously when that happens, a lot of attention gets pulled your way. Do you know what I mean? So like I explained in the song, it went quiet as soon as I walked in. So I walked into the saloon, essentially in my mind. This is how I wrote it. I walked into a saloon, and you know that scene when you're not from there, you step into the saloon, and then everyone just kind of goes quiet and looks at you. That scene is what I tried to paint, right? Then I walk in and I ask for water, but now the bartender's looking at me like, who are you? You think I'm gonna give you water? They give me water. The water spiked. You know what I mean? So I go through a phase where like I'm now scared and I feel like everyone's out to get me. So I end up shooting some people, but obviously that's like killing, not like killing people, but like the ideas, you know what I mean? So that's what they represent. And then the second verse, I speak from the perspective of the people getting shot, where they explain like, yo bro, you just overthinking it. Like, we're not out to get you, we actually wanted to help you, but you already were on that trip mentality. Do you know what I mean? And let it get to that point. So for me, the song represents like being out of your element, but at the end of the day, still like coming out of it a better person with like, you know, from a different perspective. You're learning someone else's perspective, and instead of judging before you know, you kind of take the chance, find out, and it could be something that was good for you all along. Do you know what I mean? So that's what the song like represented for me. Where people, you should go listen to it. It's a fire track, I'm not gonna lie to you. Fish out of water, F.O.W.
I enjoyed your performance too, brother, man. You bring really good energy. You speak to the audience. I really like that, man. I think just to wrap us up, I just want to know, you on the first episode. There's been a big journey. There's a lot. I know we mentioned a couple of things early on, but I want to know, it's 2025. This is a new year. This is a big year for all of us. I think, you know, pushing things out there, getting things and letting the people know more about us. What can we expect from you from 2025, and what can we expect?
Okay, so, sure, bro. It's been a crazy journey. Like I said, I've accomplished a lot. I've learned a lot. But for this year, I feel like my consistency hasn't been where it needs to be when it comes to content. Because I make a lot of music, but I don't really make a lot of content or good quality content. So this year for me was more of trying to visually find out who I am. Do you know what I mean? So take lots of videos, a lot of different types of videos with music that I've made through my years, and just figuring out in that space who I am on camera. Do you know what I mean? What works best. And essentially when I figure that out, then I can do like actual music videos for the songs that I make and the songs that I have dropped already. Like Fish Out of Water, I have the whole concept, but for that it's a big budget. So save for that, because I know the video will be sick, bro. Do you know what I mean? But you need money. You can't, bro, to do this without money is slim to none, bro. So you have to spend money to eventually make gang money. Do you know what I mean? Spend money to make money, bro. And sometimes life gets you, but take the sacrifice, bro. It pays off. Trust me. Just keep push, bro. Like keep pushing. Don't stop. Like you only can get better if you don't stop. Even those people I said that should stop making music, keep pushing. Just release it when it's good. You know what I mean? But
to wrap us up, the last thing that I want you to let us know, let the fans know, let all your great fans out there know, and for those people who don't know you and are just meeting you for the first time, tell us who you are and where you from, bro.
Okay, I go by the name FreeFlo. That's capital F R double E capital F L O, no W. If you go to the W, you're gonna get like pipes and exhaust stuff. Don't put the W in there without the W. But on Insta, TikTok, everywhere you can find me at _ it's FreeFlo or _ it's FreeFlo. Whatever one, it will pop up. There's always a picture of me. but that way you can find me there. I'm gonna be dropping a lot more content on your head tops, you know what I mean? More music. Crazy song coming, bro. Nkosi. If you haven't seen it already, it's gonna be mental. Drake is his next walkout song, trust me.
I just want to say a big thank you for coming out, taking some time out. It was really nice having a chat with you and getting to meet you. And we'll see you in a couple of weeks, in a couple of months with some more content, some more videos, and you know, who knows? We'll probably see you at one of our performances that we'll be hosting. You know what I mean? But yeah, I just want to say a big shout out to you, man. It was really good having you. Thank you, bro. Thank you, bro. And yeah, guys, join us next time on the Lyric Lounge. Let's get it.
Tastes funny. Ask what could it be? Legendary, speech slurred. Realized that I wasn't prepared. Eyes heavy so I couldn't see clear. And my knees weak so I took a seat there. I wonder why everybody be looking at me weird. They ain't realize that they the ones that should be scared. They walked up to me, I took out my piece. I let up a couple shots, now everybody the six. I'm like a fish out of water.